to Half the Battle, and welcome my friends to the 5th anniversary of the show!
Yes, 2 years on Blip TV, and after that shut down, 3 years on YouTube. Can you believe it's already been 5 years?
I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching the show. It's a lot of fun to do. Unfortunately, I really can't think of anything to review that would fit the occasion. So, I guess I'd better wrap things up by thanking you all again, and I'll see you later.
Hey, buddy! I finally found it for you!
Hi? What are you talking about?
Here!
Gah! Get that thing away from me!
What? You told me to find one for you!
Really? Was I very drunk at the time?
Probably. You kept calling me Susan. So, when do you want me to send it to you?
Oh no, I can't have something that awful in my house. You keep it.
Come on! You have to have it so you can review it!
Look, I've reviewed the D cartoon. I've reviewed a bare-chested ninja that wears pink, and I've even reviewed a guy that dresses like a giant bird. But this is where I draw the line. It's just too horrible.
Too horrible? I spent a month in a plastic box.
And we totally bailed you out. Look, there's no way I'm reviewing the Septic tank.
Hey, I sat through the Silent Hill movies, both of them. You can stand to look at some neon plastic.
Hey, it's Dina from the Game Den. You know, I actually like the Silent Hill movies. Oh crap, now she's never gonna talk to me again, is she? Still, not doing the review.
Whoa, wait a minute. Now, you're telling me you just want to review this toy. Granted, it might be a toy you don't actually want to review all that much, because it's not going to be fun, and I get that. But look, this is coming from somebody who reviewed 14 Land Before Time movies, an entire Land Before Time television series, and nearly all of the Land Before Time video games that currently exist, okay?
Mars Girl? Huh. Well, that is a lot of Land Before Time.
You can do this, and you probably should just get it out of the way and do it. Because otherwise, it's just gonna be haunting you, man. Just like it haunted me. So you get out there, and you do it!
Thanks for the pep talk, but I'm still not touching that tank even with a 10-foot pole.
Hey, I lost half my family on prime time television, and you're seriously complaining about a piece of plastic?
Okay, now things are just getting weird. Look, there's no way I'm gonna...
Hey, Timmer, if you're too much of a wuss to keep on reviewing things, that job offer to become one of my minions is still open.
No, that's fine. Anything but that. I'll review the damn thing. See, people, you think you can get me by inspiring me, but really, fear is the thing that keeps me in line. I'm still not sure I want any part of the septic tank, though. I definitely don't want it in my house. Hey, Steve!
So, if I can just get your shipping address...
Nope, I'll review it, but I don't want the thing in my house. You're gonna be the one taking the pictures and filming that piece of crap.
You want me to do what? I don't want it either.
You owe me, Steve. Remember that time that we rescued you? And I told you I'd collect on that debt?
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's get on with it. Here's the review. May God have mercy on us all.
Meet the Septic Tank. This vehicle was released in 1991 with some original parts.
Where do I even start with this one?
Well, the most obvious thing, literally glaringly obvious, is the color scheme. Did a glow stick factory throw up on this thing? Yeah, if you asked most of the toy community what their biggest problem with this thing was, they'd say it's the colors.
It's not my biggest gripe, but we'll get to that later.
Still, the bright yellow, the orange that burns into your eyes, ugh. Some of you who've been with the show for a long time know how I like to play up my hatred of the color orange. This is why that bit exists. This thing was the genesis of that running gag.
So in a way, the septic tank has been with this show from the very beginning. Let that sink in. Yeah, I think we all need a shower now.
Luckily, this toy can provide that. Oh yeah, in addition to the seizure-inducing colors, this thing has a bloody gimmick. It has a water cannon that really shoots. You have to attach a hose to it so it can take in water. And here we see the majestic septic tank at the watering hole, sucking in nourishment. It is exceptionally good at sucking, but it also blows.
And we're not even done.
This thing doubles down, as it also has a color-changing gimmick when you get it wet. But you know what? The atrocious color scheme, the stupid water cannon gimmick, the color-changing that, by the way, can become permanent due to age, I can forgive that, all of it, because it appeals to young children, and this is, after all, a toy line for kids.
However, I did mention I had a bigger gripe.
Remember when I said this vehicle only had some original parts? Yeah, most of this thing came from another vehicle. A better vehicle. A much better vehicle.
A much better vehicle.
The body and tank threads are from the original 1983 Hiss tank. One of the best and most iconic Cobra vehicles ever made, and they turned it into this thing. They turned one of my favorite vehicles ever into a neon-colored water-spouting monstrosity. There's only one word for this, so I'm gonna have to borrow an old expression from Spoonie.
Betrayal!
Remember that Spanish painting of Jesus some amateur tried to restore? Yeah, that's what this looks like. The hiss was nearly perfect, so why do this? Well, okay, the original did have one flaw. It's a tank, and yet all protecting the driver is a glass canopy, which is somewhat of a problem.
The septic tank is actually I can't say it. It's like trying to say Voldemort.
Okay, gonna have to reach deep down here. The septic tank is actually an improvement in this regard. Its canopy is metal, not glass, offering a little more protection for the driver. Not that much more, mind you, considering it has slits in it, so they can still get shot through it. Also, isn't this thing supposed to fire toxic sludge and work in a polluted environment? So, having what amounts to air holes in the canopy is doubly stupid. Speaking of that, it has what looks like exhaust pipes around it, as a form of weird protection, I guess? I bet it looks like that to emphasize how this thing is a polluter. Subtle, guys, real subtle. Or, you know what? They could be actual exhaust pipes, which must be fun for the driver, considering how hot those things can get.
Did I say driver? Well, there's really no need to be concerned about the driver, because there isn't one.
That's right. To add insult to burning orange-related injury, the septic tank did not come with an action figure. And this is a pretty decent-sized vehicle, so it should come with one. But that's just Hasbro being cheap again. I guess all that neon plastic doesn't pay for itself. Oh, and for completeness sake, the septic tank did get a second toy in 2014 as part of that year's G.I.Joe convention. It looks like an improvement on the original, but that's not saying much, as setting the thing on fire would be considered an improvement.
Well, I think that's quite enough bashing of the toy. Time to move on to the character.
Like always, there's no file card, because a file card for a vehicle would be deranged and stupid.
Well, I say that, but you know what? There actually were some file cards for vehicles.
A later version of the Hiss tank had one, for example. Anyway, the first thing we have to talk about is the name. It's called the Septic Tank. Much like cesspool, this thing is literally called a barrel of crap. And while I can see why that would be an accurate description of this piece of garbage, I do have to wonder who in marketing thought this name would be a good idea. Whoever named it must have one hell of a cocaine dealer. Moving on, the box emphasizes that this thing really shoots water. They were apparently very proud of this, as you can see it in the commercial for the toy, which is basically a water fight. This does beg the question. In universe, the septic tank is supposed to spray toxic sludge, right? So, I wonder if kids were ever inspired to create their own sludge to put in the thing, instead of the water as it was intended.
I'm guessing that at least a few living rooms got redecorated with water paint or tomato juice or something because of this.
As far as other media go, I could only find one instance of the septic tank showing up in the comics, though I have to admit I didn't look that hard. It's barely in one issue, you see a couple of them, and then they get destroyed. They do look a bit more subdued than the actual toy.
Look, at this point in time, the comic was desperately trying to cling on to its dignity, so I can't really blame them for not featuring that stupid thing much.
Now, the cartoon, on the other hand, well, that had no qualms about showing the absurdity. Deke proudly displayed the septic tank and all the eco-warrior goofiness. The contrast couldn't be greater. While the comic tried to keep things real, the Deke cartoon just ran with whatever Hasbro gave them.
It's almost admirable. Almost.
And that was the septic tank. What more can I say, really? It was an irredeemable mess of hot garbage. Well, maybe not totally irredeemable.
Phew, well, that was one hell of a ride. Hey Steve, thanks for taking all those pictures for me.
Yeah, and all because you don't want to own one of these things.
Oh, I do have one.
What?
You didn't really think that I'd review a toy that I've never owned, right? In fact, I have two.
Two? Then why the hell did you put me through this crap?
I told you the truth. I can't have one in my house. Every time I get a septic tank with all those hideous neon colors, well, this happens.
I painted black and add an actual gun to the thing instead of a freaking water pistol. See, that's what I meant when I said that the septic tank isn't totally irredeemable. Because you can actually make something pretty cool of it.
Holy crap, that looks cool.
As soon as I see that neon crap, I have to paint the hell out of it. So there's never enough time to get footage to do a review.
Okay, so I'll just send you this one and...
Oh no, I've got a far better idea. A toy this awful really deserves to have more than one person tear it apart. So guess what? You're gonna review it next.
This was your plan all along, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that why you made me destroy all the negatives and film footage of this thing after I sent you copies?
You betcha.
Huh?
Overactor. Well, that really is it for the review. But I can't go without thanking quite a few people. Like, for instance, a few that appeared in this video. Thanks Dina, Diamanda, and Mars Girl.
In all seriousness, congratulations on your 5-year anniversary.
Well, congratulations on 5 years playing with dolls. No, seriously, I do that too.
And of course, I need to thank each and every one of you for watching.
I also want to thank all my Patreon supporters, who have been so generous this year.
But there's one man that I have left to thank. Brian.
HCC788. See, I can get your name right when I really try. He's been a great pal and awesome to work with.
Hey Timmer, congratulations for 5 years on YouTube. That's quite a milestone. I am a fan of your channel. I love what you do, and I'm looking forward to 5 more years. So onward and upward.
So have others in the review community and in the G.I.Joe community, like JoeFan, FormBX, and Cifera.
Hey Timmer, congratulations on hitting 5 years on YouTube. You've put in a lot of hard work and dedication on your channel, and it really shows. So congrats again, and here's to many more years.
Happy 5th anniversary, Timmer. I'd wear a hood in your honor, but I have no idea how you talk through this thing.
Hey Timmer, it's Steve Ferrer. I just wanted to say congratulations on 5 incredible years of reviewing G.I. Joe.
Then, of course, there's Mr. Hines.
Ah,
Those condiments really spice up the food that gets me through the days when I'm making this show. And of course, how could I forget the comic book man?
ah,
Linkara, who's always been an inspiration.
All jokes aside, well, jokes stolen from Family Guy anyway, my biggest thanks really have to go to the last Angry Geek.
From the very beginning of Half the Battle, he's always been willing to help, give advice, and was even the first person willing to cameo in my show.
Thanks, man. I salute you.
Timmer. Just thought I'd take time out of being a huge success and not making a cup of ramen noodles last 3 days while I curse Linkara with voodoo dolls to wish you a very happy 5th anniversary. It's not what I do with my time. But hey, I think it's great. At least until your home earwax removal business takes off. So hey, good job for 5 years, and I'll see you when I see you. But seriously, don't ever come up to me.
Well, that about wraps it up. Here's to another 5 years. Hey, and guess what? Next year, it'll be the 25th anniversary of me being a reviewer. I'm not kidding!
Yeah, my first published reviews were in a 1993 issue of Amiga Action, where I reviewed 3 games. So, I've got tenure, people. I've got seniority over every other critic and reviewer out there. Well, technically, anyway.
See you next time, everybody. And hey, why not like, share, and subscribe if that's your thing?